welcome to the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Brookbank. Today we are joined by Jean Kirchner as Senior Vice President and COO here at the Chamber of Commerce. We're going to talk a little bit about Chamber Center CoWorks, which is where we are here in our Fort Mitchell offices. But before we get to that conversation, I would like to thank our sponsors. The Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast is powered by C-Crew, Google and Amazon advertising experts, and sponsored by Schneller & Ackelman. I want to thank them for their support, making this happen every single week. And Jean, back to you. Welcome to the podcast. It's great to have you on again.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here.
Yes, and talking about Chamber Center CoWorks, like I mentioned, this Chamber Center CoWorks is an initiative we started earlier this year when the Chamber offices expanded into Covington. So here in Fort Mitchell, we have CoWorks. Tell our members about this if they don't already know about this initiative.
Absolutely. You know, when we developed the headquarters in Covington, you know, it created an opportunity here in Fort Mitchell to think differently about our space because it's really valuable space. We certainly as a chamber continue to utilize it and do a lot of meetings here. So there's a lot of business traffic here. But it occurred to us that wouldn't it be fantastic to actually share the space with our members, if you will, and create sort of a co-working shared space that serves as a hub for the business community. And so that's really was the genesis of Chamber Center CoWorks, and we're really excited about the opportunity and thankful for the companies that have stepped up thus far to be part of it.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that. We do have some current tenants. Tell us a little bit about who we've got in here and kind of the opportunities for businesses looking to find a co-working space.
Well, right now, Verse Logistics is here. Then I have a whole crew of folks here, and they're operating here in Fort Mitchell, and it's a great location for them. We also have United Way of Greater Cincinnati that maintains an office space here, and we have several offices available for others who would have interest. You know, it's really a great opportunity in that it is centrally located right along that sort of 275 belt, if you will, in Northern Kentucky. We have parking. We have we have coffee, we have free coffee.
Yeah, a newly remodeled kitchen that is beautiful.
Newly remodeled kitchen and lounge and meeting space. So for businesses that need to have meetings, for up to 50 people, we have spaces available to do that. Wi-Fi, printing, copier, all of the things that you would need. Fully furnished offices, so it's really a nice space, a great location, and we think will be attractive to a number of our members.
Yeah, one of the things I know you wanted to talk about, this is a really good fit for businesses that maybe have bigger offices outside of the greater Cincinnati area, but they have smaller operations in Northern Kentucky. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We have 20% of our membership overall actually is in Ohio. It's based in Ohio, but they may not be as active in Northern Kentucky as they'd like to be, and what this represents for those types of businesses is an opportunity to develop more of a footprint here without building a building, if you will, right, or even leasing thousands of square feet. So it is a great opportunity for businesses that are associated with the chamber, but not currently located in Northern Kentucky that want to expand their footprint here.
Like you mentioned, one of the things that I love most about this office is one, free parking, and two, the location I think is really great. I worked over off Grandview for many, many years. It's so great to have this space for our members and for other businesses looking to kind of get into this area. For people who are interested in learning more or maybe taking a tour of this space, what's the best way to do that?
Well, just reach out to me. Absolutely. If you go to our website, you will find under resources, Chamber Center CoWorks. There's information there about the amenities. And my contact information is there. You can reach out to me. Happy to meet you here, and we'll take a look at the space and see how we might be able to meet your needs. We also have a full-time office manager here, Angie Warmald, and certainly you can contact her as well, and she's happy to show you around and take care of you while you're here.
Yeah, and like we said, easy to find that information. You can also go to nkychamber.com/coworks, and that kind of brings you to a landing page with more info about the amenities and Gene's contact information. One other thing I wanted to talk about with you, Gene, before I let you go today. We are coming up on like holiday shopping season, Small Business Saturday, Giving Tuesday. We have so many members that fit the bill for this kind of thing. Tell us a little bit about how people can support our members and smaller businesses this time of year.
You know, in Northern Kentucky, the real foundation of our economy is small business, and quite frankly, we're a large chamber. I mean, we have nearly 1,800 members. But as chambers of commerce go, we are a small business chamber. 1,000 of those members have 10 employees or less. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things we pride ourselves on as a chamber is supporting our members. And we certainly want to do that for members of all sizes, but certainly our small business members. So we would encourage people to shop local during the holidays, go out and support the small businesses that exist here. Because they are the backbone of our economy, and really one of the things that makes Northern Kentucky special is that we have so many really great small businesses, and a lot of them that have been around for generations, actually.
Yeah, I think that's one of the best parts about Northern Kentucky. Obviously, shopping local is important this time of year. For members that are looking to support other members, other small businesses here in the community, the Chamber's Member Business Directory is a really great resource that can be found on our website. But Gene, do you have anything else to say about small business support, anything else that people can be doing this holiday season to be supporting those businesses?
Well, go to that directory and shop not only local and small business, but chamber members, small businesses in particular, right? Because just like we as an organization want to support our small business members, we want our members to support other members as well and encourage others to get involved in their Chamber of Commerce. We do a lot to represent the business community and the greater community as a whole, and we can't really do that without the support of all of our businesses. So please do support those small businesses and particularly those chamber members.
Yeah, we will be posting that on our social media pages if you haven't found that, but you can easily find the member directory on our website. And then Gene, last question before I let you go today. 2026 coming up just here in like weeks. What are you looking forward to from the chamber perspective as we enter this new year?
We just want to go into the new year with momentum and really continue to work on the things that are really fundamental to our mission as a chamber, and that's really growing business growth and development, and trying to encourage a vibrant economy and a better quality of life for all. Those are the things that we hope for. It's fundamental. It's our fundamental purpose as an organization, and we'll be working towards those ends going into the new year.
Well, great. Well, Gene, thank you so much for your time today. Any final thoughts before I let you go?
Just want to wish everybody happy holidays.
Ranking on Google Search and Maps is easy to understand, but hard to do. It requires constant effort and attention, uploading new photos, responding to Google reviews, writing weekly posts, and checking suggested updates. Google listing optimization takes experience and time, and there are no shortcuts. C-Crew gives your Google My Business account the steady, consistent attention it needs to be effective, optimizing, updating, and expanding critical content every single week. From local retail stores to large regional networks, C-Crew generates content, establishes benchmarks, and creates dramatic, measurable increases in engagement. So what can C-Crew do for your business? More calls, more clicks, more clients.
Congratulations to our members of the week. You can learn more about these businesses by following the Northern Kentucky Chamber on social media, where we highlight one of these businesses each day. Now, let's meet our members of the week. Covington Community Montessori exists to fill a need in the city of Covington for a school that follows the Montessori philosophy of peace, love, respect, and community and welcomes all families. Beltways is a transformation technology company based in Hebron, developing the world's fastest high-speed walkways for airports and other high-traffic public spaces. A Kid Again is a nonprofit that serves local families raising children with life-threatening conditions through their Adventure program. Calvary Christian School has been serving the greater Cincinnati area since 1974, offering a Christ-centered education for students from pre-K 3 all the way through 12th grade.
Hi, everyone. Today on the podcast, I am joined by our friends at Racer Bicycle. Gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Michael Haas, and this is Gabe Robinson.
Hello.
We're two of the owners of Racer Bicycle.
Yes, and you guys are located in Newport. You guys are right on Mona Street.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have been there for 25 years, which is incredible. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Jason Razor was our founding partner. He started the shop in 2000, a bit up the street from us. Across, I think it's a sewing shop now, so really close. He moved into our current location in 2010-ish, I believe. 2014-15, he opened up the coffee shop in there, so we have a full-service coffee bar, Deeper Roots Coffee, North-South Pastries, and Marty's Waffles, which everyone, especially the employees, really love that stuff. And then, we just kind of kept rolling from that and hitting 25 years and looking forward to 25 more.
Yeah, that's incredible. So tell us a little bit. It's obviously combo, bike shop, coffee shop. Tell us about the types of services, the type of products that you guys offer.
So we offer anything from new bikes to service to bicycle fitting. On the coffee side, we have any kind of drink you could want. Even if you want a Starbucks style drink, our baristas can still get you hooked up with that. Pastries, beans for roasting at home, and any accessories you could need to make your favorite cup of joe at home.
Yeah. That's nice that you guys have a little bit of everything within the shop. And you guys are in such a fun location there in Newport that is only continuing to grow in that Monmouth corridor. Tell us what it's like being as a part of that business community.
Yeah, I think being in Newport in the growing sort of area of Northern Kentucky is really, it's interesting because it gets us the dichotomy of being in a spot where being a small business doesn't make us feel small, because there's a lot of other local small businesses around us, but then we're also seeing growth, and so we feel like we're part of something that's getting bigger, which is it's a really exciting time to be, I think, along all of the riverfront right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in addition to being a part of that growing business community, I know the cycling community is also really growing. Tell us a little bit about that.
So two of our partners, or I guess not necessarily partners, but two of our friends, Tri-State Trails and Cora, are doing a lot of big work. Cora getting a lot of more dirt trails around. We've got areas growing over in Kenton County and Campbell County, and we've got Tri-State Trails creating the crown around Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky that's creating paved paths for everybody to be able to get out on bicycles and being able to ride more often.
Yeah. And that's so important as a community getting outside one. And there's such growth in that. Eons Adventure Park over in Erlanger, which is going to be here in the I think they're breaking ground already on that. Mm-hmm. And then you mentioned Cora, those pedestrian trails, whether it's for cycling or for walking, are essential to making our community a better place.
Yeah, anything that helps everybody get outdoors and makes it accessible, it's incredible. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, back to the Eons thing. A national website just did a story on how little old Cincinnati is getting some trails. And actually, it's not even in Cincinnati; it's a little south. But we have another good friend of the shop, Kentucky Trails. Mm-hmm. They've been kind of spearheading the whole regional, get people into the region to ride and things like that. So Tri-State Core and Kentucky, with all those combined, it's getting to be a pretty good place to ride, especially with all our hills too. The roadies love those for some reason.
It's so nice. Well, and I think it's really interesting. The ecosystem that we have, it's really just our landscape is so different. You've got the Miami Trail that you can go up and you can just clip in and ride for miles and miles and miles, or you can go to Dubuque Park and hit some trails, hit some jumps. Mm-hmm. Those things absolutely terrify me, not my skill set. Yep. But when you guys think about where the greater Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky area is going to be in 5 years, what does it look like for you? What are you guys excited about?
So the big thing I'm excited about is recently Cora just opened up 2 bike skill parks at local mountain bike trails, Mitchell Memorial Forest, that's deeper on the west side, Green Township area, and then at Mount Airy Park, right by everybody's treehouse, so the main Mount Airy area. And that's going to be great to get kids and anybody out there to get to the most basic skills for mountain biking and stuff. And I think Mount Airy is super basic. Mitchell's a little more intermediate basic, so it's nice that people have spots they can go and still have challenges, but still be safe about it and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So just the mountain bike scene blowing up it's been a little stagnant for a few years, and they're doing some really cool stuff with it currently.
Yeah, it's fun, and I think they're focusing on kids, right? Too. Like a lot of these bike parks that are opening up are accessible for early riders and for beginner riders, and it teaches them to have fun right off the bat. That you don't have to like put in the time before you get to like experience some of this stuff. And then on the other hand, you've also got just the growth of the paved paths around town. Makes it easier for anybody in any of the neighborhoods to get on a bike immediately and to get on to a path of some sort that makes them feel comfortable and it makes it immediately accessible for somebody just to be having a good time.
Yeah. And that, I think, like the safety and the comfortability is a big thing. As someone that I live over in Erlanger in Northern Kentucky. I have ridden my bike down 25, and that can be a little sketchy at times. So the more paths we have, I think, like you guys said, getting people safe, getting people out there is so great. And for people that maybe want to get into cycling, maybe they haven't ridden a bike in like 10 years and they're interested, or they're trying to teach their kids, what kind of things and what kind of locations do you think people should be looking out for right now?
The first location would be our shop. Come down to us. We can get you set on the right path. Make sure, if you have a current bike, we'll make sure it's safe and everything. If not, we can point you in the right direction on what to get on and everything. But probably for mountain bike, I would suggest the 2 bike skills parks to see how comfortable they are. And then on the paved trail, you could start. Lunken's always a good one. You got a loop, you got some fun planes to look at, things like that. Then you can jump on Miami Trail, and if you keep riding, eventually you'll be in Cleveland.
Yeah.
But those would be 2 great spots to start.
Yeah, and so one of the other things I want to ask you guys, and it's a little bit of a pivot. You guys have been in business for 25 years. Obviously, the community is so important. What are the biggest things that you guys are finding value in being involved in the community?
Really, for me, it's just seeing people come in, knowing that they're coming to us, so they trust us to guide them in the right direction. A lot of time people come in and they don't even know what they're looking for, and they're just looking around and they're like, oh, I want to get this bike or whatever, and then we can be like, okay, well, where would you like to ride? Where do you live? Things of that nature, and then we take a step back and make sure they're getting on the right bike, and just we know the area pretty well, so it could help give them good stuff.
I think it's interesting because everybody at the shop that is there now, like we've got a great diverse staff, and we all come from different realms, I think, in life. And I think what has all drawn us together is the excitement that cycling brings, and to like be able to share that with people around us. It's just like kind of grows that feeling, and then more people are sharing that, and then I don't know, there's something about just being a retail business and like being a part of the community just in selling your wares, but then also like we feel like we provide people with something more than just a product. You're providing them with, the potential of a great experience, and that comes around to us, and it just makes us feel good. We just had our 25th year anniversary party, and this past Saturday, and it was so heartwarming to see everybody come out and to see the people that we've interacted and see that they're still growing in their cycling journey and still having a good time out there, and like just coming back and reminding us how much of a good time they're having is awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure that is very moving. And 25 years is such an accomplishment. I can't remember if I said congratulations at the top of the interview, but congratulations on that absolutely incredible milestone. You guys mentioned, obviously, as a retail shop, we are getting into holiday shopping season. You guys are a small business. For people out there in the community, we stress a lot supporting chamber member businesses, local businesses, even if they aren't a chamber member, and small businesses. Tell us about like what that support means to you and different things that people maybe need to know ahead of the holiday shopping season.
I feel like it helps us kind of compete with the big dogs a little bit. You guys go out there and you get us out there and you try to get our name in front of everybody you can, and be like, hey, I know that this is kind of the way things work now, but let's take a step back. Let's go look at the local folks. These are your next door neighbors and stuff like that. And that's a huge value I see in it.
I think like a reminder to people that when you shop local in like a retail spot, that dollar is staying local too. Like I think that, I mean, on the outset, it's a basic concept, but you are investing in to a business that's investing into their staff, and their the growth just is centralized.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I think being, especially like a little local bike shop, right? Like I think customers come in, and you said like where should customers start in their journey of cycling, and like for somebody to come in and walk in to us and ask us our experiences around the area, and for us to be able to share that sort of I don't know, that ground up kind of communication.
Yeah.
I think that's really important, and without that, local bike shops go away.
Mm-hmm.
And then you lose a little bit of like that, that heart, I think, of the community.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important to keep around.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. It's great to have you guys here on the podcast and in our community doing great work, especially as cycling only continues to grow in the area. Before I let you guys go, any final thoughts for our listeners and our viewers today? Questions I didn't ask that you think people need to know?
Just a little shameless promotion for me. We got rides basically between the time changes on the summer. We have a ride every Tuesday, which I believe is one of the biggest group rides in the city. Our another friend of ours, Licking Valley Velo, that's the Facebook page where you can find all the information on there and everything. Mm-hmm. And just come down to the shop. We're always doing cool stuff down there.
Yeah, we're gonna continue trying to do some events and get people excited. And I know this little anniversary party showed us that like we can shut down portions of the street.
Yeah,
and like do some cool things. And yeah, I think everybody should know that we're gonna continue to do stuff like that and continue to get some energy out there.
There are a number of rides that we support throughout the year on a yearly basis. And help me if I forget any. It starts at Cincinnati Cycle Club puts them on, the Licking Valley Century. We help out with that one. Ride Cincinnati, we're a sponsor of that one. Major Taylor. They had their first ride, Major Taylor Cycling Club last year, which we supported that one, which we will continue to do that. And Tour de Crown for the Tri-State Trails one.
Yeah.
Those are our big major events that we do almost every year. So, and the great ones to sign up for, and they're great rides for people to have.
Come out, you can wave to us, and then you can also support the growing community.
Yeah, I love that.
And a good cause.
Yeah, and a good cause. So for people that want more information and to get in touch with you guys, what's the best way to do that?
ReeserBicycle.com is our website. You can give us a call or text the shop, 859-261-6187, or email us at support@ReeserBicycle.com. That's RESER.
All right. Well, that makes it really easy, gentlemen. Thank you so much for your time on the podcast today. I appreciate you guys stopping by.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Chris Knockelman with Schneller Knockelman Plumbing, Heating, and Air. It's spring now, but before you know it, our ACs are working overtime.
Dave, it's going to be warm soon.
Right now is a good time to get the AC serviced, right?
You can get your AC tuned up for only $59.
So get your $59 tune-up at
SKPHA.com. SKPHA. So if your plumbing and mechanical systems give you trouble, just remember our name. Schneller Knockelman.
Northern Kentucky needs tailored solutions to address our housing shortage. Home for All, Northern Kentucky Housing Strategies, explores how we can retain young adults, help older residents downsize or age in place, and ensure new neighbors have housing options that fit their lives. Dive into the report at housingNKY.org. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in to the podcast today. I hope you enjoyed learning more about Chamber Center CoWorks and Reeser Bicycle. Like Jean and I mentioned, we encourage you to check out the Northern Kentucky Member Business Directory ahead of Small Business Saturday and Giving Tuesday to find local businesses and nonprofits to support during this holiday season. And in addition to supporting local businesses, we invite you to celebrate with us during the holidays. The Northern Kentucky Chamber's Holiday Social will be happening on Wednesday, December 3rd at Carnegie Hall at Newport. Business After Hours, NKYP, and the Women's Initiative are joining forces to celebrate the season with fellow business professionals. Join us to enjoy drinks, light bites, and holiday-themed fun. Our business councils will also be hosting holiday socials in their respective cities. The Erlanger Business Council will be hosting theirs on Tuesday, December 2nd at the Hive. The Erlanger Business Council will also be hosting a toy drive for St. Vincent de Paul, so we encourage you to bring an unwrapped toy for donation. The Florence Business Council will host their holiday social on Thursday, December 4th at Dave & Buster's. The Newport Business Council will be hosting their holiday social on Tuesday, December 9th at the Aquifer Room at New Riff. The Newport Business Council will also be hosting a toy drive for the Brighton Center, so we encourage you to also bring a new unwrapped toy for donation. And the Fort Thomas Business Council will be hosting their holiday social on Thursday, December 11th. This holiday social will start at Fort Thomas Coffee for a cocktail and end at Comal for appetizers. You can learn more about all of these holiday socials and register, as always, at nkychamber.com/events. Before I sign off, I would like to once again thank our podcast sponsors, C Crew, Google and Amazon advertising experts, and Schneller Knockelman. And one last thing before we go, we will not have a podcast episode next week, so I will see you in a couple of weeks. Finally, if you are a member who would like to be featured on the podcast, or if you're someone who is interested in joining the Northern Kentucky Chamber, please reach out to Lynn Ablin. And if you're a member who would like to share your workforce strategies and resources on our Talent Strategy Spotlight, please reach out to Nancy Spivey. You can find their information on the screen in front of you if you are a viewer, and our listeners can find that at nkychamber.com/staff. Thanks again for tuning in. I hope you all have a very safe, happy, and healthy Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you in 2 weeks.